Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen. You were there, Patrick Mahomes' second season as a starter. You were there, Josh Allen's first season as an NFL player. So who has more pressure on Sunday, Shady McCoy? Is it Josh Allen or Patty?
I'm going to say Pat for a lot of different reasons. But, it's funny, man. Yesterday, right, first of all, people watch this show.
They do?
I want you to know that.
Oh, okay.
I had a chance to interview and hang out and talk to Governor Shapiro. And he was saying a lot of great things about the show. And the first thing he said, Shady, you be right, and you too. What's
Acho then?
No, he was on your show.
He said Acho's always in the middle.
Yeah, he plays in the middle.
But why I brought him up, because we was talking about Josh Allen, we was talking about Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
And it's funny how everybody sees Josh as such a great player, because he really is. Yeah. But we all hold Mahomes to a higher standard.
100%.
It's like, yeah, they can lose a game, but is Pat gonna lose the game? You get what I'm saying? It has to be Patrick Mahomes for all the pressure, just because of them reasons why Josh Allen already beat Mahomes, right? And everybody and mama still think, yo, Pat should still win this game.
Yeah.
You at home, and you the best quarterback in football. They kind of say you number 2 behind Tom Brady. And then when I think about not even just him as himself, what are you playing for? If Josh Allen loses this game, we're going to pat him on the back.
100%.
You took this team to the AFC Championship game? Pat, bro, 3-peat? It's never been done.
Never.
The great of the greatest of all time, Tom Brady, does everything first, not this time around. He didn't 3-peat. I think if Pat wins this game, we're going to look at him in a whole different light, even if he only has 4 championships. So you talk about pressure, that's the real pressure, because he's playing for something bigger than just getting one accomplishment. I already got championships. When we be talking about these quarterbacks all the time, and I love it because I like to compete, and I love how we talk about competitive nature of the quarterbacks. But Pat is not playing against Josh. He's not playing against Jalen Hurts. He's not playing against Joe Burrow. He's not playing against Lamar Jackson. He's playing against Tom Brady.
Yeah.
I'm chasing you, Tom. No quarterback can ever say they was chasing Tom Brady.
Yeah.
But Pat can. I got 3 chips, dog. I got 2 MVPs. I got Super Bowl MVPs. I got all pros. I got Pro Bowls. I got 7 times straight to the AFC Championship game. So I'm not chasing nobody from Buffalo or the Eagles or Baltimore. I'm chasing the great Tom Brady. When you talk about pressure to chase Tom Brady and get him,
Well.
now that's pressure.
That's well said.
I could go either way, but I agree with you. Nice throw to start the day, Shady.
Bro,
Spiral.
like I tell my son, dog.
It's the playoffs.
I tell him, I'm good at everything, homie.
We might pat Josh Allen on the back if they lose, but this is a legacy game for Josh Allen. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So without a doubt, for me, it's Josh Allen. Look, you're 4-1 in the last 5 regular season games against Pat. You've won 4 in a row, all right? But he's 0-3 versus Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. When all the chips are on the table and when you need to win the game, you have lost the most important game at every stage of your career when it comes to facing Patrick Mahomes.
Well said.
Patrick Mahomes has 3 Super Bowls. Josh Allen doesn't even have a Super Bowl appearance. So, I agree we would probably pat Josh on the back. But let's be real, you're going into Arrowhead and you are trying to beat the guy that has been to the AFC Championship Game 7 straight years in a row and is looking for his 4th Super Bowl win. The dude ain't even 30 yet. So if you want a chance at history, if you want a chance at legacy, yes, you may win your first MVP. The more pressure, there's no doubt in my mind, it has to be on Josh Allen because we might pat him on the back. But on Monday, if he loses, we're going to go in on him a little bit.
That's fair. Where you at, Jake?
You guys, well said. Number 1 is Patrick Mahomes. All the pressure.
I'm surprised both of you guys.
You guys are betting, man. Me and Chase, we don't bet. I don't bet
wait.
at all.
I like my money.
Yeah.
You owe me some money?
But
You owe me something.
What, I gave you your sunglasses that you left in my house.
But y'all bet real money.
That's like money.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all bet
should've
real
kept
money.
them.
We do,
But before the season started, if somebody would have said, hey, Acho, Shady, a good bet is put $100K on Josh Allen going to the AFC Championship. Take it easy.
I don't know if I would have done that.
With that team, he's right.
Yeah,
I want a lot of money, too.
I don't know what research you've been doing, but hey, this ain't one of the bets I'm willing to place.
Yeah.
Nobody expected Josh to be here, dog. Nobody expected Josh to be in the AFC Championship game against Patrick Mahomes with this team. To be honest with you, It's a legacy season already for Josh Allen, in my humble opinion, getting this team to the AFC Championship. If he loses this game, nobody is going to say nothing about him unless he just has a bad game, throws a bunch of picks or something. Then we'll talk bad. If he goes out here and goes blow for blow with Patty, we are going to say, man, Josh Allen almost did it. Josh Allen almost beat Patrick Mahomes with this team. We are probably really going to praise Josh Allen for that because of the talent that's on this roster, especially offensively around him. Josh Allen, really, in his first time in his career against Patrick Mahomes, is playing with house money. Is really playing with no pressure, if you ask me, because you're not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to win. You're not supposed to beat Patty and Arrowhead because you ain't beat them when you had your best teams. And now we expect you to beat them with your worst team? That just sounds crazy to me. So if you're asking me, this is the first time Josh can really go in here, take a deep breath, and say all the pressure ain't on me. All the pressure is on Pat to deliver and get back to a Super Bowl to try to three-peat. I'm not supposed to be here, dog, with this team. At least that's what the outside noise said. Inside noise, you're supposed to be here. But outside noise, he ain't supposed to be here with what he has with this roster. So if you ask me, it's really him playing with house money and no pressure on Josh Allen.
See, it's fascinating. I disagree with you, but I hear all the points. What's fascinating to me of why it is Josh Allen is now he is here. See, James is right. Maybe, Josh, you were never supposed to be here, but now you here. So you can't tell Josh, hey, but even if you lose, you did a good job. You weren't supposed to be here anyway.
Agree.
Bro, you 4 quarters away. You 60 minutes away from your first Super Bowl. I was thinking about it personally, but I'd rather focus on Chase for a moment. Chase at South Lake Carroll, I remember you played at a high level. You were not supposed to be a Heisman finalist. Let's be real. Like, you know how hard it is to win the Heisman, let alone be one of the 3-4 best players in all of college football, of which there are over 20,000 athletes? But once you in New York, you there now.
Trying to win.
Once you in New York, you trying to win. No, a quarterback from South Lake Carroll in college football, you ain't supposed to be a Heisman finalist.
Yeah.
But now that you at the award show, you got your suit on and you sitting back in the chair in the front row.
It was a nice suit.
It's a nice suit. Costs a lot of money. Hopefully you ain't have to pay for it. Like now you want to win. That's how I think about it, Jay, is all the pressures on, not all the pressure. There's more pressure on Josh because, number one, you can't put the pressure on Mac Hollins. You can't put the pressure on Keon Coleman. You can't put the pressure on Amari Cooper. Meanwhile, the Chiefs have 20 of their 22 starters. They were in a championship game last year or the years before. So Patrick Mahomes, you can say, you know what? McDuffie, go ball, big dog. You can say, hey, Chris Jones, you a dog. You can say Travis Kelce, you're also maybe the greatest tight end of all time. You can say Creed Humphrey, Joe Tooney. You can say Trey Smith. You can look to so many other players if you're Patrick Mahomes and say, hey, you have yourself a day. But if you're Josh, the only person in my mind you can look to is Von Miller. Because Von Miller is the only person on your team that has achieved at the highest level. You can say, hey, Von, I need 2 sacks and a forced fumble out of you, big dog. Because if it's not me, it's got to be you. But, Pat, you can look to anybody else and say, hey, go do your thing.
And to your point and to Jay's point, like, I feel like there is more pressure on Allen for the reasons I said, but I think this is the best time to get Patrick Mahomes, if I'm being honest with you. Like, because they have won 11 games by 1 score. And they've won 6 of those games on the final last play or the final 2 plays of the game. So I would argue that this is probably offensively at least one of their worst teams. If you look at every statistic in Mahomes' career to this point, which his career's been insane, it's last. He's last in his career, last in passing yards, last in passing touchdowns, everything is last. So I don't know if they're going to be any worse with Patrick Mahomes. You're already here. This is your best chance to get him because you have a good team. You have Josh Allen, and you have that run game. Yeah. And they're not all world beaters. Let's be real. On defense, KC's not all world beaters. They're not all world beaters on offense. DeAndre Hopkins, he didn't have a catch last week. Like, you know what I mean? And yeah, they play well on special teams, but you would say in Josh Allen's career up to this point, this is the worst Kansas City Chiefs team they have faced.
But to be honest with you, we got to keep it real, too. First off, everybody in that Buffalo locker room, including Josh Allen and the coaches, believe they're going to win. And as you should, because you beat them this year.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how you should feel. But pressure-wise, I don't think it should be any pressure in that room. You think Cam Ward thought he was winning the Heisman?
No.
He just put his suit on and he like, Mama, I'm one of the 4 finalists. I'm here. But we knew it was Travis Agenti. We knew that, Acho. You know what I'm saying? When this season started, we knew it was going to be Patty coming out of the AFC. Whoever else come out of the NFC. But we knew Patty coming out of this. So now that you're here, yes, you're expecting to win, but it ain't no pressure on you, dog. What's the pressure? You ain't supposed to be here. You're here now, you got 4 quarters to do something that nobody thought you can do, which is cool. But we expected Patty to be here. Pressure comes with expectations. This Buffalo Bills team had no expectations this year. Outside, inside the building, we all know the expectations. But outside the building, we ain't had these expectations for Josh. We had these expectations for Patty. And that is what, now you know what the pressure was? Genty sitting there in his suit. Because he walking in there, mama, we won. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of pressure. Josh and the Buffalo Bills ain't no pressure, man. It wasn't these type of expectations, man.
This ain't even close. Like, what are we talking about? We talking about GOATs. When we talk about Tom Brady, we talk about GOATs. We talk about Michael Jordan, we talk about GOATs. Kobe Bryant, GOATs. We talk about Bron, GOATs. When they was in the prime of their career, we wasn't arguing if they gonna lose or not. They gotta win. That's the pressure. When we talk about Patrick Mahomes, we put him in that GOAT category. There ain't no GOATs in the league right now other than Pat. Let's keep it real, quarterback.
100%.
So when you talk about pressure, if you're a superstar quarterback, that's great. Phenomenal talent, cool. Burrow, nice. Lamar, cool. We talking about GOATs. When you talk about pressure, I'm the best of all time. Think about this, though. So if we talking about real pressure, imagine Michael Jordan playing against, I don't know, Clyde Drexler in the finals. You think they're going to ask, what's more pressure? Hakeem Olajuwon? No. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. What's more pressure? It's always Kobe. LeBron. For that long stint of years, they keep going back to the finals. You think they're asking who has more pressure? Because you know who it is. Everybody in America wants to see Patrick Mahomes either win or lose, and we need to see it. If Josh Allen wins, cool. It's a good story. But when you talk about the GOATs, the best of all time, this conversation is going to be going for the next 40 years.
That's why I don't.
But you're saying you talk about pressure, bro. Pressure really goes to the GOATs. When you're the GOAT, you want the best of all time. Tiger Woods. I could keep going forever. Serena Williams, GOATs. So when you talk about pressure, you're expected to win because you're one of the best of all time.
Yeah, but see, that's how I view it differently a little bit, because I think even if Mahomes loses, there's still a GOAT conversation to be had. Like, I don't take him out of this GOAT conversation. We're talking about Josh Allen, who has never been to a Super Bowl.
What's the bigger storyline? If Mahomes...
Three-peat.
But I'm saying Mahomes loses this game, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be talked about everywhere.
Yeah, and we should talk about Josh Allen winning this game, not
but the same way
Mahomes losing it.
When LeBron lost, oh, my God. Kobe's, MJ's, he couldn't get it done. He thought he was a GOAT before he won a championship. Do you see him going? Tiger Woods, you lost?
If Josh loses, to Chady's point, James's point, if Josh loses this, of course they lost. They weren't supposed to win. But if Pat loses...
Woo! You see what I'm saying?
But I'm going to be talking about Josh winning. Like, I'm going to be, because that, to me, like, I know the media, but Mahomes is sitting back that we might be talking about. Dude's got 3 Super Bowls.
But the Chiefs shouldn't lose. The Chiefs shouldn't lose.
Why?
Get the best quarterback of all time, dog.
They got to wait.
Vegas doesn't think so. 1.5 with the Bills on the road.
This is my thing, though, and
So they're favoring Bills by 2?
I agree with Shady, too, about the GOAT stuff, but I'm also looking at the team. If Josh Allen, and that's why I'm tough on Lamar. If Josh Allen was walking in there with a Baltimore Ravens roster, it's pressure on you, dog. You ain't never beat Patty in the playoffs. You want to beat him in the regular season all these times, but you've never beat Patty in the playoffs, and you walking in the building with a better team, and you are a quarterback like that, now the pressure becomes to get on you. But if you're not walking in there and you're already outnumbered, I don't know, and you ain't even supposed to be here anyway. I don't know where the pressure is at. If you're walking in there with a good team, or more talented players, I would say pressure.
I know we got to move on. I don't want you guys to forget. The last time they played, who won? Josh won, right?
By 9.
And before they walked off the field, do you remember what Pat told him?
We'll see you again soon.
I'm going to see you again. That's
excuses going in, no excuses coming out. Shady McCoy, you plan on being at the game.
Oh.
Do you have full confidence in Jalen Hurts Sunday?
Yeah. One thing about Jalen Hurts, right, and this is the best conversation for me to y'all, because in football, you could talk about so many different things. How he throws the ball, how he runs, how does he read, how does he do this, how does he do that. But when you talk about that heart, right, when you talk about you confidence that he's going to play, or you confidence that he's going to show up in a big game like this, see, this is one thing about Jalen Hurts I do know.
That's facts.
When it's a must-have-it type game, he shows up.
1,000%.
Right? Just think about his whole career, though. Because sometimes, okay, we want to see a little bit more of that, but we win the game, right? But it's times when we need him most, he shows up, he bounces back. That's why I'm confident in Jalen Hurts. I know what he's going to bring to the table, right? It might not be a 300-yard game, but it might be one drive we need.
That's it.
He gives you that. I remember watching the one game, me and Michael Parsons was going at it. Pause about this, the game, whatever. They played, it was the Bills versus the Eagles, and the Bills was balling out, killing them. Josh Allen doing this thing. The game got close and close and close. Jalen didn't play good all game.
Yeah.
End of the game.
That's right.
And in the game, he gave you that.
Yeah.
Even against the Chiefs Super Bowl game. Like, I didn't expect that.
Mm-hmm.
We needed it. He gave it to us. Pat putting up points. Okay, I'm going to answer back. I just think in big-time games, Jalen Hurts shows up the most. And I'm confident in the brother.
Yeah. I agree. I'm confident in him, too, because he does have that dog. And when you have that dog in you and you're hurt, you really don't even know. And I'm not saying he's going to go out there and play at a super, super high level, but the team around him, he don't really have to play at a super, super high level. But Jalen Hurts is going to be out there. I don't know if he's taking a shot in the knee.
He taking that shot.
I don't know how that's going to go, but he's going to be out there. He's going to play well. He's going to be available, and we'll see how this game goes. But as of right now, I'm not worried about him. Now, as the game goes on in the second quarter, and I'm like, hey, he can't really move, but he's just out there thugging it out, and could get a little worried. But right now, going into the football game, I'm not worried at all. You're worried.
You're pensive, Chase.
Yeah.
Oh, it's me.
You're pensive,
No,
Chase.
no. I think I'm mostly. No, I don't think. I believe that I am mostly, fully confident. And look, the dude is a winner. You can't. You got to give him that. I actually really like what Shady said about his heart. Like, I do agree. Heart of a champion. When the game's on the line, he's going to do what is needed to win the game, even if it, by quarterback standards, doesn't look like it. Like, it's not like, oh, this is such a pretty pass here, so it's such a pretty pass there. Just picks and chooses when to make plays. A third down scramble here, a 1st and 10 slant route to A.J. Brown, which is on the front shoulder and allows him to run. All the small details like that, I'm confident in. And look, in his 4 wins in the playoff games, look, he's only thrown for 134 yards. But the biggest stat, and this is what I want to hit on mostly, is 0 turnovers. No, 0 turnovers in the 4 wins. The dude has excellent decision-making, when to throw the ball, when not, when to put the ball in harm's way, when not. I would like to see him throw more 50-50 balls. But the biggest stat for him is, like, no turnovers. And somehow, some way, you throw for 134 yards in his 4 wins. They're averaging 30 points in those games.
James, why are you laughing, James?
I'm not, man.
I see you cracking up. Can you just share with the audience?
No, you guys got your iPads. I usually have mine because I do my research on my phone. Just
because as soon as he said 134,
I said 134, and you.
I wasn't even. Sometimes I don't listen.
James, but real quick though, as he's talking, I'm thinking about it. Like, there's other quarterbacks that definitely, at times, look better than Jalen Hurts.
Pass the eye test.
The way they throw the ball.
Yeah.
They might read a little better, right? Different things like that. Defenders in his face, he side on all that. But then I think about it, I'm like, yo, but would I take a guy like Justin Herbert, who's probably more talented as a quarterback than Jalen Hurts? No.
No, you're right.
Never.
Wait. Would I take a dude that was second MVP voting like Dak Prescott? No. Or even Tua. Talking about reading and all that type of stuff and the progression and the accuracy? No. Do you know why? They don't got that heart in them. They got that dog in them. And there's some things that, like, ain't gonna show on the tape. Yeah. There's some things that I can't.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? I can't teach you that.
So you agree with my take?
I can't teach you Dak Prescott to be tougher, to have more dog. I can't teach Justin Herbert to have that it factor, that dog in you. I can't teach that. Yeah. I can't teach Tua to have that dog in him. Jalen Hurts, I can't teach him that, but he got that. And I'm gonna take that over any attribute as a quarterback, anybody in the league.
Nobody's questioning that at all.
I literally wrote, Hurts is one of the toughest quarterbacks we've ever.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. So I have full confidence in Jalen Hurts because I think it's 2 things. I think Jalen Hurts is one of the toughest quarterbacks we've ever seen, and I think Jalen Hurts is one of the most intuitive quarterbacks we have ever seen. Intuitive meaning he knows to do what to do when it is time to do it. Yeah. You know what I mean? People ask, hey, Acho, are you on a diet? I'm like, no, I'm just an intuitive eater. What you mean? I know when it's time for me to eat my desserts. I know when it's time for me to not.
'Cause you eat.
I ain't no macros, ain't no micros,
avocado toast.
Ain't no that. I'm just an intuitive eater. I do what needs to be done when it needs to be done. Jalen Hurts, he's one of the toughest quarterbacks we've ever seen, but also, and this is what I realized, Jay, Jalen Hurts knows himself better than we do.
Yeah.
Because we be screaming, throw the ball.
No question.
And he's like, no. We be screaming, just throw the 50-50 joint. And he's like, no. We be screaming, hey, Jalen, just let it rip. And he is like, No
doubt.
Because Jalen Hurts knows Jalen Hurts better than we know Jalen Hurts.
Agreed.
So Jalen's like, why would I throw the 50-50 ball if the 50-50 ball might get picked? I'm just going to go win. So I actually respect to some degree Jalen Hurts' incredible stubbornness because most people would cower under that pressure.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson, AFC Championship game last year. If you need to go rewatch it, go. If you want to take my word for it, do the same. Lamar could have run so many times to beat the Chiefs in that AFC Championship game, but Lamar wanted to be a pocket passer.
Yeah.
I don't know if Lamar was listening to the outside noise that suggested, hey, Lamar, you're not a proficient thrower. I don't know if that's why. I don't know if it was just a bad game. But Lamar changed the way he played. Jalen has never changed the way he plays, regardless of how many times pundits, experts, opinionists, or analysts have begged and pleaded for him too. So for that reason, of course, I trust him because he knows exactly who he is.
So
he's not going to change anything.
Yeah, hold on.
What up, YouTube family? Welcome to the facility. Thanks for watching, and you better be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to get more highlights from the show and all of our exclusive content.